Hello my lovelies and welcome to Diamond Paintings with me, your host Mike, and today we're going to be doing a little bit of this. We'll try and get this all done today. I would like to get the eyes done. We are still missing a few colours, but we are on the hunt to find them colours. But rest assured it's time to do the next section of this lovely painting, and let's get started on a Saturday night because everybody's moving to the rhythm all right. Sending out the letters to all of your friends. You'll be moving in my Mercedes-Benz. But yeah, let's get started on this. It's very exciting. What we're going to do first of all is we're just going to fill in this B colour that was missing. Not missing, but missing. And we'll get that sorted out and hopefully get it all filled up really. And then he'll have his hair on his head. So, but it's been one of them days today. It's been busy. So on the last video I said that I was going to go to Tesco, so finished off the rest of my cup of tea, and then I went to Tesco, and you know when you've got like loose change and you just want to use the loose change up, I thought I'd use that. With me, I don't like carrying cash or change. It just drives me insane. You know, when you're walking along the street and it's clinging and clanging all over the place in your pocket with all this loose change. So, yeah, I thought I'd use that up. Very rarely I'll get cash out. I like to do everything by card. So, yeah, and went to there, got 2 packs of custard creams. And dropped off the HP instant ink cartridges, because when you get instant ink cartridges they send you like a little recycling envelope and you put all the empty cartridges in there, and then they go off to France where they're recycled. And yeah, for some reason it's in France, but yeah, it's so got rid of them. And another thing out of the way, so I won't go out unless I like really need to. So done that, got some more emails caught up, watched one of my YouTubers, and yeah, pretty much done really. And I'll shortly be stopping on this for the evening because I've finished now for the evening. So yep, well, I will be finished because I've been doing this all day. I filmed military watches that I needed to do for the other channel when I came back, because it's only around the corner, so it took about a 10-minute walk to get there and back. And then got an email from one of the things that I'm dealing with, and yeah, they're basically sorting that out. So I'm not going to go into the ins and outs because obviously it's private, and so it looks like it's sorting itself out. And then that's where we are now. No, I read some Total Tarot because I've still got some issues I need to read through. And then, yeah, that's where we are now. So I'm just trying to figure out what we can watch, because it's 10 to St. On tonight. So Saturday's a good night because you get like the Masked Singer, the Masked Dancer, and whoa, you get the Masked Dancer, and you also get The Voice. So yep, I want to see that Mark guy again from Whittam apparently. And then after this I'll probably have a shave because I need to tidy up my beard, tidy up my goatee as they call it. A goatee is like a style of bearding, so I want to try and tidy that up. Probably do some hoovering. I still haven't found that spider, so I need to try and figure that out. I'll probably sleep in the front room again tonight and do that. Then I've got to get my videos ready for this evening, and then yeah, it won't be long before it's Crimbo. So let's just fill up that cake. That's literally all we got in cake, so I hope there's not much more to do. So yeah. it's I'm getting to the point now where I'm running out of things to say, but it is nice that, you know, we can now finally fill this patch of the you know, the head in. So I'm just gonna sort of fill that up. A bit more wax actually. But the amount of comments I've had saying, oh, it looks really, you know, really lovely, and from my friends on Messenger, and yeah, I sort of agree. I mean, purple's not really my colour, but it really has gone. You know when you get paintings online and you think, oh, I don't know what that's going to turn out like. I got a pig the other day because I've got a farm theme coming up. And yeah, couldn't believe it. It was absolutely fantastic. It came out much better and much, you know, brighter than the actual image, because that's the thing with online, like, you never can tell what it's going to turn out like until you get it. And clothes are a nightmare. When you order clothes online, it's a lot of hassle returning it and that. So, but Amazon do this thing called Amazon wardrobe or something like that, and you try the clothes. You pick the clothes, and then you try the clothes before you can try before you buy. So you basically try them and see if they're any good, and then send them back. So it's pretty good. So I'm going to move that one over there. Oh, that actually no, because that's no. Do you remember the two Ronnie sketchbooks? I was telling my friend about this the other day, and he goes, I want an O. So he brings down the letter, you know, a letter O, and he goes, no O's. So then he brings down a hose pipe, and then he went, no O's. And then it turns out he wanted an O, even though he said he didn't want an O, like the number O, or, and then 4 candles, and he wants 4 candles. I love that sketch. It's one of the best ones they ever did. Okay, so now we're going to do the R, because we've got some cropping up here. Oh yeah, look at that, an equal sign. That's got to be the pupil, that's there. Oh wow. We've not done that before. Okay, so I'll put that one there, and then I can see we've got a dot, which is this lovely creamy looking colour. So we can put that one in, which goes roughly about there. I think that's probably the pupil. As I said, G and E are still a little bit missing in action, but we will try and locate them. Okay. So yeah. It's much more brighter today. We lost a lot of daylight yesterday because of the rain and that, but oh, it's been lovely to have rain. So yeah, I was going to do a little bit of Disney crochet today, but didn't really get round to it. Oh, mine, I knew that was wrong. You know when you just sort of, you just think it's wrong, and it was. Okay, so that's that. So that's sort of like the eyeball near enough there. So we can now bring that line in, and then it's back to the lines. So that's brilliant. Mummy. Apologies. Unfortunately, a belch is an involuntary movement. I cannot control that. I've been eating baked beans today, so I've probably got loads of flatulence coming. Because I don't know about you guys, but I absolutely love Heinz baked beans. Really, really good. On TV, it's really interesting. Like with Big Brother, say like they've got Heinz beans, they'll put a piece of paper over it, saying beans. Apparently it's copyright issues, but loads of people do, you know, loads of people do shopping haul videos, so I don't know what the big issue is there, but I'll never forget that time when Jedward went into the house and they trashed the place. There was also, they poured all soap and water on the floor and was having a slide in it, and then they had to do this competition, they got allocated a lot of money, and they had to go to a supermarket, and they filled the whole lot up. No, it wasn't that, it was the shopping budget, and it was their turn to go, and they filled the whole lot up with sweets. They were livid. all their housemates, because they're like, well, what are we supposed to get? You know, this is not... Yeah, they were not happy. But one of the best series was Nikki Graham. You know, where she goes, who is she? Who is she? And sadly, unfortunately, she died. Such a lovely character. She was really good friends with Davina. You know, Davina McCall. But who is she? Who is she? I love it. If you type it in on Google, you'll see it. Just put Nikki Graham, who is she? And it should come up. But yeah, just the way she goes, who is she? Definitely my favourite. And you know the one that was called, it was his name Glenn or Gwen. He came from Wales and he done this song and it's going, I'm cooking an egg for the very first time, ah woo, ah woo. I'm cooking an egg for the very first time, ah woo, ah woo. Yeah, that was another funny one. So yeah. But it's been a really busy day today. Got quite a lot done that I wanted to do on this painting, which is nice. And I could do more in the evening if I wanted to, but then I've got to move all the equipment again, and you know, it can just stay here. But I can't do it in here because the light bulb's broke. So I will have to stop as soon as daylight goes, I'm afraid, until tomorrow. And I wanted to get up early today because I knew that I had quite a lot to get through, but didn't really happen, did it? I slept in. It's always the way, isn't it? You set the alarm and then it's like 5 more minutes, and then you're like, I've got up really late once. I was supposed to get up for work and I didn't get up till kind of 11, so there I am, quickly have a shower, rush on the train, get there, didn't get there till half 11, and it just felt like the shift went so quick because by the time I got there it was like time to come home again, so it really went quick. But they still expect you to go in, you see. But after this, I need to find that painting. I keep saying I'm going to do it, and I haven't yet. That was such a fake laugh. Okay, so I'm just going to write that down. So, Crimbo. Christmas paintings. Find. Because I've been doing this all day, so it'd be nice to have like a little bit of a break to it now. What I'm going to do is I'm going to partition this a bit, so it will speed it up a bit, I predict. But yeah, I'll just give this a little partition, and then that way I know what I'm working with. Okay, we've got done for the lovely, thank you. Okay, then that one, and then it's a percentage. Bum 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 bum. La 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 la. I'm bulletproof, nothing to lose. Away, far away. Let it go. Oh yeah, I've got a Frozen painting that I got quite a while back. There's a bright pink one with Olaf the Snowman, and there's another one of Frozen, and the Frozen one's at Whittam, and I've got Olaf over here. I'm not going to go into the details, but I saw this video on TikTok with this Basset Hound. It was so fucking funny. Because he, I'm not going to say what happened, but he was like, bad dog, don't do that, bad dog. Oh my god. Okay, I don't know what colours these are, but I'll tackle that later. I've got talking of that, I've got a photo somewhere with me that caught a fish, and oh my god, yeah, when I felt this heavy thing on my line, and this water vole came out of the middle of nowhere and just randomly came out of the bush and swam in the lake. So yeah, if that went near my line, I would have picked up a water vole, and they're like a giant rat. So they're very, like, ugh. You get them in water, hence the word water vole. So, yeah, it's not good. Let it go, let it go. I can't hold you back anymore. Here I am. I need to get some of my winter ones out as well, so. Let the snow rage on. The cold doesn't bother me anyway. It won't be long before we're back to Gemma Van der Voor's Hope of the Lion. Because I only do that in January because it's like, it reminds me of Wild at Heart. And when Wild at Heart used to be on, it was every sort of like January, Sunday night, 8 o'clock. Bar of chocolate, cheese and pickle, crackers. Yeah, I miss that show so much. Really, really do. But you never know. I mean, as they've said, Big Brother's been revived, so they could revive it. All they need is, you know, the funding, and they can do it. So, yeah, but guys. Oh my God, I had this bloody row with British Gas this morning. So apparently, all that stuff I showed you in the previous video is a load of rubbish. Apparently, they're now saying that they are paying you direct through the bank. So I was livid because I was like, you know, I've just been lied to them because you told me it was going to be allocated direct, and it's not. And apparently, people with dual fuel, you're not getting like £60 on the electric and then £60 on the gas. You're only getting it being put on the electric, even though gas is more expensive. So, yeah, very, very. I think there's a lot of like everyone's like giving you different stories, and it's just. I can't understand what's right and, you know, what's correct or what isn't. So something's going on. I mean, £35 is my monthly direct debit, but that's not 66. So I don't understand why they're trying to cover that up. You know, that ain't money for them to sit and do. You know, it's not profit for them. It's money that are for customers. And it makes me sick when you hear all these companies saying, "Oh, these energy companies are all in profit and all that." Yeah, right. They've got so much profit; it's unbelievable. And then you sort of think, well, what do they do with this profit? Because they're a gas company. It's not like it's a housing company where you can, you know, make improvements to the house. I'm getting the vibe that this is going to be becoming quite a dark painting now, because you can already see there's a lot of dark in this. So this is absolutely gorgeous. I have to say, I'm having a blast with this. It's such a beautiful painting. Could watch some Halloween films, I suppose, but I haven't really got around to watching any. Got up this morning and I felt something in my foot, and at the base of the heel it felt like something sharp. So I checked it and there was nothing there, but then when I stood up again, it's almost like glass going through your foot. But since then, it's I think it was just like nerve pain, but all afternoon it's been fine. So I don't know what that was about. But yeah, so what's tomorrow? Thursday. So probably watch World of Wayne, EastEnders, and then get on with painting. And because I get the luxury of getting this weekend off because I can't do nothing about it. I normally work the weekends, but I can't get in because of this rail strike. And sometimes I've stayed at my relatives on the Friday because I know there's a strike, and I'm sitting there and I'm thinking to myself, no, you know, if I can't get in, the company needs to recognise that, because that means I've got to stay all over the weekend, which I don't really want to do. So, and they're like, well, we understand that colleagues can't get into work, but you need to try alternative transport. No, sorry, I pay for a train pass, that's how it is. End of discussion, you know. I'm a right git. So, I've always been like it, I suppose. I wish I wish I was not so, you know, what's the word for it? Straight to the point all the time. But it's just how I am. I like things my way and my way only. It's like a case that I've just sent. I've just won £60 in a Goodwill thing. So. Because they're basically saying that apparently because this meter is, this is a separate issue, but I made a complaint to British Gas and said my in-home monitor is broke. It doesn't work. And at the time, when I was friends with a former YouTuber who does the Eddie Stobart, he said, well, let's try and fix it for you. And he was like, plug it in, leave it there for so long, and hopefully it will, you know, correct itself. And yeah, it didn't. So anyway, I emailed them and filed a complaint. Oh no, we're sorry. Sorry, I've got something down my trachea. Just bear with me a minute. Need to get a bit of water. Got something stuck down the trachea there. Trachea, because obviously I do a part work called Harriet Bodyworks. The trachea is the windpipe. Oh, lovely. So anyway, yeah, I made this complaint to British Gas, and I said, you know, this meter don't work, can I have a new one? Oh no, sorry sir, we can't give you a new one. The meter's been there for 12 months inside the property. We can't give you a new one. And I'm thinking, right, but, you know, I need an in-home monitor. And they basically are not replacing it, so I'm going to try a different tactic. I'm going to say, right, well, the you know, I need a new meter then, because if you're saying that's under 12 months, then surely if you fit a new meter, then I can have another 12 months, surely. And there was a time where the meter was dead, and it weren't coming on, and the battery inside it needed renewing. Didn't even know a meter could have batteries, but it's like my thermostat, that's got batteries in, and I've always thought it was run by electric, but perhaps it's not. I mean, there's no cables to the meter, so maybe it is run off battery. For the gas anyway, there's cables in the electric. But anyway, so I done this complaint, and they said, no, we're not doing that. And I said, right, okay, fine, I'll take it to the Ombudsman. Because you have to go through the complaint. If you're not happy with that, you can take it to the Ombudsman. So now the Ombudsman's involved, and they apparently that British Gas responded to them today, and obviously I'm the head of the case, so obviously they will send the response to me to say what I want happening. So I'm like the claimant, if you get me. And they basically said they tried to call me, but to do a mode change. A mode change is where you phone up to see if you can get a credit meter instead of a gas prepay meter. Because for some reason, as I said, my gas meter is prepay, yet the electric meter is credit. And I don't like keep topping it up. I like to have a fixed direct debit so that I know it takes care of itself. So I'm going to try a different tactic. And just email them. So I emailed them the response, and on the case I could see it said remedy 1, letter of apology, or remedy 2, £60. So I said, I carefully considered it, and I said, right, because obviously through the the case, I've lost 50 quid in payment because you wouldn't replace the meter, and I fell into debt because of it, and this meter's not working and stuff like that. So yeah, I got they've offered 60 quid, so I've accepted that. Probably have to wait half a year to get it, because companies don't like paying out. But Yeah, I'll accept that, and then what I'll do is I'll shut that case down, and then I'll make another complaint, and not so much a complaint, but I'll phone them up and see if we can do this mode change. Because if they can do credit, if I've already got a credit meter, then surely I'm entitled to have a credit meter for the gas. So we'll have to wait and see. But yeah, so that's going to help out with some stuff. Like, I could buy a big chunk of, you know, the Eddie Stowe, not the Eddie Stowe, but you know the Spitfire. I could buy like 50. I could buy like 5 issues of the Spitfire that I need to get it moving again. I've mainly got all the skin work. It's just basically trying to get the front sorted out. But problem is that build is over now, so you know the issues are going to soon dry up. So it is heartbreaking. You know, you really look at it every day and you think, I really want to get that fixed. You know, because it's not broke. It's just, you know, there's missing issues in that, and every day I, you know, just hope and pray that I can get it to its formal glory. The base is done, but yeah, we just have to hope and pray that someone out there will have the issues that I need. And unfortunately, Barry can't get hold of them, and Katie don't deal with the Spitfire. She does Doll's House, so. But he's always checking for me. What is that? Is that B? Yeah, lovely. So, B there, lovely. But yeah, it's just, I really would like to see, you know, it's sitting on the base, and do apologise. Bit of flatulence there. But yeah, I would love to see it sitting on the base, and even if the electronics don't work, because we know that build has had problems, then, you know, it's a static model. I've seen people on groups where the base is humongous, they've actually halved the size and it looks really good. But I'm quite fortunate in the fact that I do have a big house, so I have quite a lot of room for big scale models. So I've been wanting to get shelves for ages to put my figures on, because they take up all my windowsill, and I would like to put them on the wall, but I'm not very good at measurements, and I've only got as far as a wire detector, which is a little device you go up and down the wall on to detect where the wire is so that you don't drill through it, and it can detect where a stud is, or metal, or wire. So a stud, I think, is it's like a dead end or something like that. But yeah, it is a shame. So hopefully I'll try and set the clock again for 6 o'clock this morning, because I want to get a good session out of this. Because we've been busy. We could have got up to here, but because we've been doing that, getting that all sorted out, we've sort of lost a day, because that block would have been there, because we would have been working on here. But unfortunately, it is what it is. But you can now sort of see the eyes forming in Delilah, which is, yeah, whoever's invented this painting, you're doing a good job. I put a thumbnail up the other day and I noticed it was so funny. I noticed that it wasn't the same as this. It's very similar, but the nose is missing. So it's the same picture, but someone's forgot to put the nose in the pumpkin. So I've got to change that thumbnail off. So I thought it didn't look right, you know. You're looking and you're thinking, why don't that look right? And it was very dull in colour as well. So funny. But yeah, I'll have a look on Sky later and see what I can do. See if there's anything on the... ITV's a good channel because it does a lot of movies. Sorry, ITV2 does a lot of movies. So that's a good channel to watch. I'm now sort of thinking I really don't want this painting to finish because I'm really enjoying this. I've worked on a lot of paintings, but I've never enjoyed a painting as much as this. This is really lovely. Hopefully I can get it finished before the 31st. It'd be nice to put on the wall and framed before then, you know. Land of hope and glory, master of the sea. Who are born of you? I think they were called the D-Day Darlings on Britain's Got Talent. That's the song that they were singing. But yeah, after this, I think I'm going to put a bit of music on and find this Santa painting. Because I don't put themed paintings on the wall. Because it's a theme one, you know. But yeah. Love me. You know that song by Mika where he goes bum da da dee da dee bum bum da da dee anyway you want to, anyway you talk to, love me, love me. Or teenage dream in a teenage circle running around like... Oh my god, that was just so funny. I was watching this video of someone singing Frozen on TikTok and they couldn't sing to save their life. Because when you sing, you have to hit the notes. If you're just singing like the sun will come out tomorrow, that's not singing. You have to hit the notes. If you don't hit the notes, then of course it's not a song. And I love me singing. I love opera. I love classical opera. People ask me this all the time, what sort of music am I into? I like remixes, so you know when you've got like a beat to it, and you're the beat to my melody, you're the epicenter, something there inside of me. And then you've got mashups, which is basically two different songs that have the same sort of melody to it. That's the wrong one. What we're doing here? Z. I'd love to do the Magic Roundabout diamond painting. Because I always used to love Dougal, you know, the little dog called Dougal. But it was on the no, that was Hannah, so ignore that. But yeah, it's getting closer and closer to them lovely cosy nights in front of the fire with a hot cocoa, watching TV. When do the clocks change actually? I think is it very soon, or I don't know when it is. I'll be glad when this is over though, because I have missed, you know, showing you all the different other ones that I do throughout the week, but yeah. So yeah, this will definitely be the last session I do tonight, because we are now, it's getting darker and darker in here. I'm going to try and get to 15 minutes, but I've got to try and figure out where the drills are, because it's pretty dark, and yeah, it's hard to see if the drills are the right way up or the wrong way or the wrong way round, you know. Apologies about that belch there. The phantom of the opera is there inside my mind. Do you know School of Rock, you know, where it goes, maths is a wonderful thing, and 54 is qualified for, and what is the answer, matter? No, it's 8, no, it's 9, it's 9, and I was just testing you, and it's a magic number. You know, and then Miss, whatever her name is, comes through, and she goes, Mr. Slayboy, I can hear you There's been parts of music in the class, and then they hide everything. But you know where he's on the phone and he's wrapping the cord around the phone and he's going, "Hello, Ned Schneebly here." You know, he pretends to be Ned Schneebly, and he gets the supplement teacher role. Fire. Well, we've got a bit of the eye forming. It's looking really spooky now, isn't it? Oh, loving it, loving it, loving it like this, loving it, loving it, loving it like this, I'm loving it, loving it, loving it like this, I'm loving it, loving it, loving it like this. Born into the world we go, la 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 la, closing by. I'm going to be 30 this year, can you believe it? I don't even feel that. I feel like I'm 25, you know? 30. Scary, isn't it? To be fair with you, I don't really celebrate birthdays because for me, you know what I'm like, I say it is, but for me, it's just another year closer to death, if I'm honest with you. So as a kid, yeah, you get excited, but as you get older, there's nothing really to celebrate. For me, you know, it's another year closer to death. So I always have like quiet birthdays. I hate going out for a meal. That's one thing I will not do, is go out for a meal, because I don't like other people looking at you while you're eating, because there's bound to be people that stare and have a good old gulp, you know. So I might get takeaway, I don't know, but happy birthday to you. That man, Stevie Wonder's blind, but the way he's carried on, I mean, that is just, he's an amazing man. But he sang a song called Happy Birthday, and it goes, happy birthday to you, happy birthday, happy birthday. Love that guy, Stevie Wonder. You could be like the Lion King, where they go, you are one, you and I, you are like the earth and sky, one family under the sun. Oh yeah, you know when my family went to see, sound like that sitcom show, My Family. You know when my relatives went to go to London, they went, whoa, nearly fell off the chair. They went to see David Essex, apparently. So apparently he's having a lot of trouble trying to book Back to the Future, but George seems to have gone okay. So yeah, you are one, you and I, you are like the earth and sky, one family under the sun. No, in your pandy, la 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 la. And the rhino sing and the hippo sing in your pandy. Well, the rhino sing all day. It only takes for me and you. The harp will take you there in your pandy. I mean, we haven't even turned the light off on this board, but you can already see they have got this painting spot on. I can turn it off, but you're not going to get the true reaction when we turn it off, but it is, yeah, unbelievable. It's unbelievable. 7 tears are running to the river, 7 tears are running to the sea. If one day they reach some distant waters, then you know it's a real love for me. We found a love in a hopeless place. We found a love in a hopeless place. Shining light through an open door. Love and life I will divine. Love Rhiannon. Rhiannon. Whitney Houston, oh man, what another true legend. And apparently she died in a bathtub that was scorching hot, but obviously her body didn't sense it because she was, I don't know whether she was drunk or she took an overdose of something, but she died in the bath with scorching hot water. But obviously if your body is overdosed or whatever happened to her, you're not going to feel it, are you? So yabba-dabba-doo-da, zippity-doo-da, zippity-yay. My oh my, what a wonderful, lovely day. Well, it's interesting that we've got half the eye done. That's pretty good. I'm not entirely sure what's the nose of the cat because it looks like it's behind this pumpkin. Not entirely sure what the purple replicates there, but yabba-dabba-doo. Flintstones, meet the Flintstones, abba-yabba-dabba-doo-da day. As you can see, once I start singing, that's it, I'm off, you know. Ready, aim, fire. Apologies. Love is a truly magical thing. It was only a winter's tale. I've got to get used to that. I've got to start singing Christmas songs soon because I start the Christmas filming soon. So I'll get used to that, and it's going to feel weird because I'll be filming it in the middle of probably November. So lots of people put their decorations up at November, don't they? My mum's very old-fashioned. She will do the, you know, this traditional thing where you're supposed to put the tree up 12 days before and 12 days after. Well, last year was a complete disaster because George is so obsessed with being with Vicky all the time that he didn't put the tree up till gone the 21st, and then as soon as Christmas is over it came back down again. But my auntie Vicky, yeah, she don't even have a tree up because the last few years she put it up for the 25th and then the 26th it came down. What is the point in that? There's times when I think to myself, I feel like I need a new hobby now. I've done diamond painting for, I reckon about, I don't know when I started, but I mean, it must have been a year ago. But there are times when I think it's time to, you know, move on from diamond painting. But I have phases like that and then I come back to it. So I think diamond painting is something that I'll always do, you know. It's something that, yeah, I don't... just gives you something to do, you know, like if you're bored one day or it's a rainy day and you can't go out. It's I don't know whether these drills are the right size or whether the painting symbol is too big, because as you can see when I put that on there's still a little bit light bleed underneath this, so I don't know, which is one of the reasons why I don't like doing squares. One of my favourite songs is The Wellerman, you know, the one that goes, there once was a ship that put to sea, and the name of the ship was a bully of tea. The winds blew up aboard it, down below my bully boy go. Send me the willow and the rum to bring the sugar and tea and mum. One day when the journey is gone, we'll take our leave and go. I love the violin versions. They're lovely. Okay, so I'm going to finish this line off and we're going to call it there today, because we are approaching near enough darkness, and I'm monitoring it each day, so it's now 7:15 and it's really starting to go down, but I don't like it like that, you know, because you pay out more on electric, and in the summer you get loads of light until 9 o'clock, but the light is stronger now. But I think I've got to do some kitting up today. But this evening at least I can get through my emails and stuff like that. And that is the last shoot for this evening. We'll be doing more tomorrow, because we have unfortunately run out of time now. So I'm just going to put them back in the pigeonhole, because it looks like a pigeonhole. You know at school where they go, oh, I'll just put a letter in your pigeonhole. So, and then you would go around and collect all your mail. But yeah, don't worry about all these little bits of drill everywhere. I'm going to reallocate them and stuff like that. But that is where we are at the moment. Please, if you like what you see, do get this painting for yourself. I cannot recommend it enough. It is such a lovely painting to work on. The colours are beautiful, very vibrant. We have got a few more sections to do here. As I said, I will still try and hunt for the colours. They are here somewhere. You know, we've had a big achievement fitting them in, and then the best bit starts to happen. We start to bring the magic in, and yeah, I'm so looking forward to it. It's really progressing quite nicely. We'll be coming up to the first week of this soon, so then we've got 3 weeks to crack it, but I think we can do it. But yeah, so please remember to like, share and subscribe. Remember to tap the bell if you want to be notified of all the videos. If you would like to send me a gift, you're not obliged to, but the Amazon wishlist is in the description below the video. If you would like to buy this painting, the link is in the description below the video. Please be aware that it might come from Germany. My one came from Germany, but let's turn it off. As you can see, you can't really see, flash on the screen, and yeah, that's what it's looking like. It really is feeling like Halloween. So yeah, until then, till tomorrow, see you then. Bye guys, take care.